afternoon, artists, and welcome back to Super Happy Art Adventure Times. Today, we are going to continue our study of manga and anime, and you guys are going to learn how to draw an anime face. So we've talked about the eyes and how the eyes in anime and manga drawings are really big and incredibly expressive. So now we're going to add what we've learned in the past to what we're learning today. So we're going to draw the whole face today. So let's go ahead and turn our papers vertical. And we're going to start off by making a big circle like this. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of look at mine a bit for a minute. Whee! There we go. A big circle. Okay, and it may not be perfect right away, so you can just kind of touch it up as need be until you get it to a circular shape. Okay, now we're going to put in some guidelines. So I'm going to come from the top of the circle and I'm going to draw a straight line down. Okay, to about, not totally to the bottom of my paper, about 1 inch up from the bottom of my paper. And that's where I'm going to put a little V, because that's where the chin's going to go. Down there. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the chin up. So I'm going to come from the chin, I'm going to connect it up to the sides of the face. So I'm going to come out diagonal. And then I'm going to sort of go diagonal line from the chin up and then straight, like that. So I'm going to try to make it the same on both sides. Obviously, this side is very different from this side, so I'm going to erase and adjust. Drawing is all about kind of using your eyes and observing and making adjustments as you go. There we go. Now they look a little bit more similar. Make some adjustments on that side. Okay, so these are my guidelines. I have my straight line coming down. Okay, now I'm going to put in a sort of a notch that's about halfway, like this, across, halfway from here to the chin. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a curved line. Okay, from this line I'm going to go up from where the circle is crossing the middle line, go up about 1 inch, and I'm going to curve. Like that. This is going to be my eye line. Okay. Eye line is going to be the nose line, and then the lips will be down here. So as we said in manga, okay, there are lots of ways to draw eyes, but we're going to draw them just kind of one way today if you want to follow along with me. But you can also look up pictures of manga and anime eyes and add them yourself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to erase out this section of the circle, because this is where the space where my eyes are going to go. Okay. So my eyes are going to go here and here. So I'm going to start with an upside down U. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that it's the same on the other side, or on the same level. So I'm just going to make a dotted line over like this. Okay, dotted line over. And then I'm going to make another U. Okay, and I really want to make sure that they're the same as best I can. So this is not quite the same as this one. There we go. There, like that, okay? So I've got my two U's. Now I'm going to erase this line out from the center because it was just a guideline. All right. Now I'm going to kind of do a little chunk like this. Little tiny line bringing it in. Okay, but I'm not connecting it all the way across. All right, now I'm going to do an upside down U shape like this. Oopsies, that one's kind of gone cockeyed. Yeah. Let's just fix that up a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and I want them to look the same. So I sort of like this one, but not this one. There we go. That's a little better. A little more rounded. Okay. All right. Now inside the eyes, I'm going to put in the pupil. Okay. And in manga, it's very important that the eyes are big. Okay. And they oftentimes have a double highlight. So I'm going to put a highlight here, a circle there, and a circle down here. Circle up here, circle down here. So there's actually 3 circles in the eye. And now that I've identified where the highlights are, now I can color in the pupil nice and dark. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to work on the shape of my eyes a bit. So I'm going to take from right here and I'm going to thicken up this line that's going around the eye. I'm going to push harder with my pencil and I'm going to thicken it up. And see how I'm adding some thickness to it? I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Just adding a thicker line that's going above the eye just to make it look more cartoony. Like that. Okay. Now what I can do is I can add some eyelashes if I want to. Coming off the side. Okay, do the same thing on this side. There's thick eyelashes, okay? All right, now I'm gonna add kind of like a curved line like this because I want my anime character to look happy. Curved line underneath the eyes to make it almost look like they're smiling, perhaps. Okay, now I need to do some shading on the iris. The iris is this part of the eye. It's around the pupil. So I'm going to put my pencil on its belly, and I'm just going to kind of shade around the eyes. Okay, but I'm not shading it in all the way. I'm just adding some shading around the edges of the iris. And as I get towards the pupil, it's going to get lighter. So I'm going to push less hard with my pencil as I approach the pupil. It's really darker around the edges of the iris. And then I can blend it a bit with my finger. But be careful to not lose my highlights. My highlights have to be a pure white. There we go. Now come eyebrows. So eyebrows have a lot of expression, and they give our creature or our anime character more expression too. So I am going to erase out this curved line that I had here. Erasing out the middle a bit. Okay, and I'm going to put on some eyebrows. So I'm thinking of expression. I said my person was happy, so maybe their eyebrows are curving over their eyes. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to try and do the same thing on the other side because I really want my eyebrows to match. Okay, so I'm just sort of lining them up as best I can. There we go. There's the eyebrows. So I'm going to color them in. Shade them in, I should say. There's one. Shade in the other. Okay, and now anime noses are very simple. So this is my nose line. So I'm just going to come a little bit above it. I'm going to put in 2 nostrils like that. But it looks like This nostril's a little bit off, so let me adjust that. No, this looks off. Here's the hard thing about drawing upside down. Let's see. In between the eyes. Okay, the nostril is going to go right here and here. That's better. There's the nose. Okay. Now I can erase out this guideline that was coming down the center. Okay, and I can do a mouth. So anime mouths are also pretty basic, kind of like the noses. Okay, so for this anime mouth, I think I will do just a very simple open mouth. Put some teeth in there. And then I can shade in the rest down here at the bottom. Here we go. It's coming together. So now it's time to add some ears on the side. Okay, oopsies. This one's up higher than this one. Oh, disgrace. Woo, woo. That looks funny. Like this. There, now they're a little bit better. All right, and now some manga hair. Manga hair is like a lot of spikes. Yeah, manga. Spikiness, like Dragon Ball Z characters. Okay, and there you have it. There's how you draw a manga face. Maybe I'll add in one more sort of spiky hairdo coming down like that. And there's how we draw the manga characters' faces.